going on, everybody? You're listening to a very special episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the jolliest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy himself, Robbie. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's going on?
I'm very excited.
Me too. This 12 days of Christmas has been tough to do, and I would say today we got to hang out with our guests, and it was a lot of fun. It was like, oh yeah, this is why we're doing this.
Yeah, just know we're miserable.
Until we saw you.
Right, just know we're miserable.
No, I'm saying
That's
while
what
we
Robbie's
were
saying.
hanging out with you, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why we're doing
It's good
this.
to hang.
Nice.
Old
It's
friends.
Fun.
Old
Exactly,
Old
yeah.
friends,
Not that we're
natural.
old friends, but you guys are old friends.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is
yeah.
nice that we're doing this thing.
You brought us out of our misery
Yeah,
today, bro.
not
Yeah.
that it's just a lot. We've
Wait,
been
let me
doing a
intro the
lot.
guests. Let me
Okay,
intro the
all right.
guests.
Let
Let
me
me-
intro the guests.
Okay.
Great guest.
You know this next podcast guest, this next comedian from Netflix, Comedy Central.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
You did an inside joke that we had at Veselkas that they don't know about.
Fuck him. No, I love you. No, but more importantly than that, he does Brian Frange cartoons. You should check him out. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on YouTube. Follow him on Instagram. He literally self-produces, draws, writes, does the voices to these amazing cartoons online. They are hilarious. We got Taxi Cab Driver.
Taxi
Guy. We got Sleepy Little Boy. They're amazing. And more importantly than that, even more importantly than that, he is the #1 Apple influencer in the world.
Yeah, the fruit.
The fruit.
It's important to clarify. People at first they say the computer.
Nope.
No. Oh.
No one is influencing the Apple game more than our guests that we're about to introduce right now. Let's give it up for Brian Frange.
Woo. Who's giving it up for me?
I do. The people at home, they clap.
They're clapping right now.
Yeah, they have a good time. They
Well,
have a
that's
good
really
time.
nice.
Yeah.
I pretend like we're doing a live show. This is tremendous. I'm so happy. We did have a beautiful day, Robbie.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was like
fun.
it was a little dreary outside, but man, I'll tell you this, Brian.
I brighten up the day.
Yeah, you did brighten the
The
day up.
clouds parted. That's how I feel when I see you.
Yeah, so for
That's
some
nice.
reason,
You went in for a hug and it looked like you were gonna choke me.
I know. Also, Brian and I are like friends, and like real friends. And I see him. I haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Really? Damn.
Wait, what
Well,
was the-
except on Zoom, I guess, not in person.
No, yeah, not in person. We
Yeah.
haven't seen each other in person in a couple of years. You live on the West Coast.
Yeah.
COVID, yada yada.
Yeah.
I see you. I go to give you a hug.
Uh-huh.
I embrace.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's like hugging a child. Your arms you keep down by your side, and then I hug you for 3 seconds, and you go, "All right, that's enough." You whispered in my ear, "That's enough." Do you remember that?
Well, you were hitting me too hard.
I was loving you.
You're
I
too
was
hit-
giving you love.
You're beating the crap out of me.
Welcome back to New York.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
sorry.
so. I'm used to the more West Coast hugs.
Yeah, I'm not someone that's gonna kiss you on the cheek and miss hit
Oh,
the air.
yeah. No, I don't like that. I guess yours is better than that.
But we met Brian. We went to the Union Square Market today, which is, if you're not from New York City, it's a beautiful holiday market. I would say very similar to Bryant Park.
Yeah, a lot of the same vendors.
I would say better though. I would say better vendors
Yeah.
at this Union Square Market.
Yeah, they used to have a Sigmund's pretzels, and that's what I was on the lookout for, and it doesn't seem like it's there anymore, so I didn't get my soft pretzel.
No,
But I did get a pretzel that was on a cookie. I hadn't tried it yet.
Oh yeah, it's in
Pretzel
your bag.
cookie.
Pretzel on the cookie.
I also
right?
got a French onion soup, and I got
a lot of stuff.
I
You
got,
got
so
about
much
15
fucking food.
apples
I got
to
cheese
start.
arepas,
And
I got pierogies from Veselka.
before we went to actual.
And then we went to
Veselka.
actual Veselka. We got more pierogies. Yeah, but no, the creme de la creme was that it's not just the holiday market today, it's also the farmer's market today, which was such a nice surprise.
I know you were.
I
in
couldn't
heaven.
believe it.
You were in heaven, bro. I walked out. I go, "Hey, we're on this corner," and he goes, "I'm on 17th by the apples." I'm like, "Oh, the kid's having a good day." Oh yeah.
No, there were like, I think I bought like 8 varieties of apples that I had not yet reviewed yet on my website, which is a rarity. I'll go searching far and wide for new apples, and I'll find one a month. Sometimes I have to reach out to the orchards directly just to get them delivered. But because I'm on the West Coast, coming to a farmer's market on the East Coast, there's all these apples that you guys can have regularly that I never get access to. And so this was amazing. There were
That is
so
amazing.
many. Yeah.
Wow.
So you have an Apple website that you review.
Yeah, tell them the website.
Yeah,
Tell them
it's
the
called
Yeah, I didn't-
applerankings.com.
Wow,
Okay.
confusing name.
and it ranks apples using my patented F100 system, the Frange 100, which is my legacy.
Okay.
9 categories, 10 points each, with one category counting twice, the taste category.
Oh, okay.
And it's
I like how you said that. It was almost like someone saying the rules to like Price is Right before we begin the game. You know the rules.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-do.
yes, and if your apple gets overbid, then you're automatically out. The lower score wins.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, no, it's got a bunch of apples listed on there, and I always am on the lookout for new apples to rank and review. And the reviews are funny, and people get really upset or really happy, and all that, all that jazz.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of work into this website, and it recently blew up. Like you built it. It was like a very much if you build it, they will come, and they came later.
Should I look at the camera?
You can if you want.
Look at the camera and tell them how many views you got on your Apple. No offense.
Yeah.
Your silly Apple website in one day. Tell them how many views you got.
So a couple of weeks ago, some random anime Twitter account that has nothing to do with me just tweeted out my Apple website on Twitter. Plus, it was mentioned on a couple of podcasts just coincidentally. It was like a perfect storm.
Yeah.
And the tweet went viral, and all of a sudden, everyone was talking about the site. My website got 2 million unique visitors in a single day, and it crashed my server. A server which I left now because they're awful.
Yeah.
And,
well, who knew? Who knew?
When did you build it, and when did they come?
I built the website. So I originally started ranking apples in 2016 on a podcast, but then I had a Tumblr.
What
and
podcast?
The Not Safe podcast with
Okay.
Nikki.
Yeah.
That was when I was working for that show. And that's when we started the bit, essentially. And then I created a Tumblr, The Applist, and it was very popular not very popular, it was mildly successful on Tumblr. Like you'd get like 500 notes per post or something, like some good number.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but then I discovered that there were some competitors that also ranked apples. They weren't trying to be funny. They were just like some guy who wants to rank and review apples.
Yeah.
And I noticed that their website got Google search engine results, and Tumblr's get nothing. Even if you search for Brian Frange Apple reviews, I wouldn't show up on Google.
We're talking CSO right now.
Yeah, we're talking
SEO.
SEO.
Yeah, we both fucked it up.
CSO. I don't even think that is anything.
CSO.
College sports organization.
Yeah.
So I decided to make a legitimate WordPress website in a little under 2 years ago. AppleRankings.com. I mean, the URL.
It's tremendous.
How was it not taken?
Tremendous.
Apple.
I mean, I know how. No one can.
No, but think about Apple, the company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How does Apple not own every Apple thing?
Yeah, you're right.
Apple Rankings?
Yeah.
So I bought the URL. I made a legitimate WordPress site that has good SEO, and now my Apple website is number one. If you search for Cortland Apple review, or Blondie Apple review, or let's say Honeybee Apple review, or Cosmic Crisp Apple review.
More apples, more apples.
If you Google search that, my website, if it's not the very first result, it's on the first page every time.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is your legacy.
It's my legacy. It's the only thing I have that's successful.
You did comedy for years and years. You've written for shows. You're showrunner for
Yeah.
Netflix. No one gives a shit. All we care about is your apples.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's really the most important thing I've ever done.
It truly is.
Yeah.
I'll say this. When I saw you, so we went to the farmer's market and we met by the apples. Watching you put probably 40 apples on a scale, talking to the guy, you look so happy. You were so in your element.
Yeah.
It was a very fun thing to stand away and view.
Yeah, you guys were having a good time over there.
Yeah.
You heard me laughing.
I think some of the farmers were even like, "What are these guys doing?" But yeah, no, I mean, getting that many apples was really miraculous. I was very happy now I'm going to go, I'm going to eat them, I'm going to review them and rank them on my website.
And you take this seriously. We went we went to the side, we labeled every apple.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a very serious business.
Yeah.
It was funny. I asked you, I'm like, oh, is it like a Rotten Tomatoes where you have a critic score and then an audience score? Do you open it up to the audience? And what did you say?
Roger Ebert wouldn't ask the audience whether or not to give a movie thumbs up or thumbs down.
Wow.
Exactly what he said to me. And I was
Wow.
like, hey,
So you
good
are the
point.
Roger Eberts of
Yeah.
of Apple reviews.
Yeah, I mean, people can comment, and sometimes if somebody comments,
There you go on the Apple.
I would argue that he might even be
You might be
more
bigger.
prominent than
Yeah.
Roger Ebert. There's other prominent reviewing movie
Roker.
reviewers. You're the biggest Apple.
well, I have a
reviewer.
few rivals.
Oh, you do?
You do? Do you
I
want
would
to?
say you're in a league of your own.
not
though.
comedic rivals,
Okay.
but no, there was one website that has been reviewing apples for longer than me, so I really stepped on their game. Yeah.
They're pissed.
They've been doing apples since 2007 or something.
shit.
They have way more apples than me listed, but they're not trying to be funny. They're just, writing a long blog post about apples, which is perfectly fine. It's not funny, and there's no number ranking, which makes it a little bit more easy to argue about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta throw. They never thought to do the.
Well, this
numbers?
person threw shade at me on their blog.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I love this. The Apple
Yeah.
Wars. The Apple
there's
Wars.
rivalry. Yeah.
Wow, this is like IBM and Apple. You
Yes.
guys are literally.
Yes.
Wow.
They said that my that there's no reason to have a number review on an apple. It doesn't make sense to review apples and score them with numbers because of the variety of consistency of the same apple.
What?
And then they also said that like some of my images of apples on my website don't match the apple that I'm listed, which is not true. He's lying.
Definitely not true.
and
I
it's
saw
like, so
how
then-
meticulous you were today.
Yeah,
There's no
and
way you would ever
So
do
just
that.
tell me if you think that there's an image that's miscorrectly labeled, then just tell me and I'll change it. It's not a big deal. When instead but he did link to my website on his blog post where
He did?
Yeah, where he was throwing shade.
Well, he was hoping his fans would come attack you.
I guess I don't know. Do you think it was an aggressive
I think it was
offensive
aggressive.
maneuver?
If he's shitting on you, and then he
And then
links you.
leaving. Oh yeah, definitely. That's like doxing.
that's
an
fighting.
address.
Well, I got to tell you this. There are hundreds of people way ahead of him because I get comments. I get angry, disparaging comments constantly on my Apple website already, and I'm sure he has nothing to do with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are serious about their apples.
Oh yeah, people get pissed about. I give Granny Smith is a pretty low rating because
The green ones. That's a classic.
no, it is a classic. The Granny Smith apple is a great baking apple. It's good for sandwiches. It's good for salads.
With a little brie and
A little brie, but my apple ranking is for munching apples only. Yeah, and so
munching, not eating.
yeah,
So you munch apples. You don't eat apples.
you munch them. And a Granny Smith is very dense. There's actually if you eat too much Granny Smith, it literally causes your gums to bleed. Yeah, and it's
Wow.
yeah, it's too dense. The skin's a little too thick, but it's got a great sour taste. And
Yeah.
so that's and I think a lot of people, have fond memories of the Granny Smith. If you were like the weird alternative kid in school, you wouldn't go for the Red Delicious. You'd go for the Granny Smith. That's a little cool. That's the Bart Simpson of apples. We're talking about the 90s and 80s here. Yeah, and so you have an affinity to the Granny Smith, and so people get really defensive about Granny Smiths.
Interesting.
And I say, no, horse food.
I hate Red Delicious.
Yeah, well, everybody pretty much across the board. There's a rare odd duck who likes a Red Delicious, and they're just insane and totally wrong. But the Red Delicious is the second worst apple on the list currently. Yeah, it's like a 24 out of 100. That apple used to be a really good apple back in the turn of the century.
Yeah.
But it degraded over time. They were mass-produced. They became a mainstream apple, and now I call them coffee grinds in a leather glove. They're mealy and disgusting, and they shouldn't be eaten by anyone. Hopefully one day those apples are usurped by stronger, better apples. It's already starting.
Well, we have an apple to review.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live review
This
of an
is,
apple
yeah.
you've never had.
Well, because
Brian.
it's
Well,
an
this is
experiment.
not just an
Yeah.
apple I've never had. This is an apple the world's never seen.
This is an exclusive collab, Cornell-produced app. This apple is from
It's
Cornell.
experimental. It's just called
Yeah,
number
so
one.
Cornell has the Cornell breeding program, which is a very famous apple breeding program where they've been responsible for many different types of apples. They're out of Geneva,
Can I
New
just
York.
say, this is fucking ridiculous that we're doing this. This is truly, you have to see. This is ridiculous. So Cornell, it's out of Geneva, New York.
Yeah, they've got the Cortland apple, the McCowan apple. They raise all of these apples. They've recently released the Ruby Frost, which is a pretty good apple. But those all come out of Geneva. They have a long history of producing, I think, over 60 varieties of apples
Wow.
that you might see today in your stores.
What's cool about apples is you'll never run out. They keep doing drops.
Thousands of varieties of apples exist. I'll never be able to try them all. Unfortunately, it's my saddest, the saddest thing about my life.
Cool. So now I'm looking
Cool.
at.
He just went. He went right past that.
Yeah, what am I supposed
He's
to
not
say,
gonna
Brian?
entertain.
Cool.
You have so many. You go. Oh,
The saddest
do the
thing
show.
about his entire life. He just told
It's
you.
not
I used that
Sad,
cool.
it's- No, because he speaks. He's dramatic. He's
I'm
a dramatic.
dramatic.
I know this isn't real. So Brian, we look at an apple.
Yeah.
How do we start the review?
Okay, well, the F100 is 9 categories.
Great.
The first thing I'd notice about this would be the beauty category, which this is a pretty disgusting looking apple. It's splotchy, bruised. It's
Yeah.
missing. It's yours has a big mark on it.
Mhm.
Came with a disgusting leaf. Miscolored. There's no consistency. So I'd say the beauty on this apple is pretty low. So that's where I would start.
Let's hold that up. Hold that up to the
I
camera.
mean,
It's like a
Look at
2.
this.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 2 out of 10.
Wait, Robbie, don't let the master
Okay.
give the numbers. Let the masters
I
give the
thought-
numbers.
I mean,
Okay.
there's uglier apples than this, so I'd maybe give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Right.
You know, that's how I'd start off, and then I'd write down all the numbers, and then I'd score them up, and then I'd look at where it compares to other apples, and I'd find a good score for it. But beauty definitely low right off the bat, and then I'd take a bite of the apple.
Go ahead. Well, I'm gonna watch you as you take a bite, Brian. Oh, a healthy bite, and the hands on the apple. You could tell you've been eating apples for a while.
I ate
So
apple
you
for a
hold
while.
like thumb and middle finger on
There's
the
no wrong
stem.
way to eat
Oh,
an
there's no
apple.
wrong way. Okay. I
No
wasn't
wrong.
sure.
Okay, wait. He's absorbing it. He's biting slow. He's chomping a lot. I would say,
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Brian.
try.
He's chewing a lot on this apple right here. He took a nice healthy bite out of that apple.
It's got a
Nice-
good crunch. The skin's kind of thick. The juiciness dissipates almost immediately. The taste is fine. It's a little bit underdone, I think. This apple's not ready for market. Boom.
Wow.
Number 1, more like number 911. And now we're all chewing the apple. Now it's quiet because now Seb's chewing the apple.
Okay.
Not great.
Not good. I'm not a fan.
We had a better one. What was the one we had before?
Yeah, you told us to get one of the best apples you know.
Dragon?
Oh,
Snapdragon?
so, in New York, yeah, you guys were able to pick up the Snapdragon apple, which is one of my top-rated apples. That's a great crisp apple.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah,
Amazing. And like a legit great apple.
yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The skin is thick.
On this,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want the skin to careen down your mouth like sandpaper and cut your throat open.
No. I never think about these things, but now that you're bringing it up, the thickness of a skin for an apple matters.
Yeah. So, I'll do the full review at home later. I got you always get multiple apples, but at this moment, I would say the number 1 apple is probably going to be a little less than mediocre, probably in my rankings. It's got a good crispness. It feels a little dense.
It definitely is dense.
It was easy to bite into.
I would say the sound of an apple bite is amazing. Like you really hit the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the better foods to eat.
Yeah. Snapdragon's got an 83.
On your site. Oh, wow. Your site looks great.
A chomp, and the Snapdragon also came from Cornell University.
So this isn't one of Cornell's finer works.
It's just
number
not
one.
ready. I mean, they might be still developing it. That's why it's an experimental apple.
Yeah.
They come out with new apple varieties all the time. They came out with 3 in 2020 that I haven't even seen anywhere yet.
Where do you get the info that Cornell just dropped an apple? Because I know I follow sneaker news.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get your news?
Well, there's a lot of places. There's the Cornell website, so you can just go to their own website. But then they do press releases. Apples are a multi-million-dollar industry that have their own marketing campaigns. There's their own industry publications. The Packer is one of them.
Interesting.
You can go to the Packer and you can look up what the latest Apple news is.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
No,
is amazing.
yeah.
All right.
I
I love
think
this.
we're good on the Apple review.
Yeah.
Should I
What'd you
Put
say?
them away.
No, we can leave them here.
Leave them. All right.
Yeah. What are they in the camera?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Not enough taste.
Not enough taste.
Yeah, it needs more taste. It just needs more time.
Can I say this, Brian?
What?
It was an honor tasting an apple with you for the first time.
Yeah.
It was an honor.
Very few people get to do that.
It was truly an honor.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for bring us along
Man,
for
that
this
skin.
experience.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, all right, now let's talk about the union market for a moment.
Yeah.
I will say this. I was with Brian. I was with Robbie. I felt like I was with two children constantly looking, where are the boys? You two are drifters. You two are total drifters.
I was like, maybe he likes to wander. I know I like to wander. You were like, I got to find Brian. I'm like, oh, maybe he likes to wander. That's how he enjoys this market.
I spent most of the time going, where's Robbie? Where's Brian? Where's Robbie? Where's Brian?
I was looking for the pretzel. I had to. You went to go ask somebody at one point, like they were gonna know if there's mysterious. What did they say to you?
No.
They said, I don't know. Yeah, because I figured it'd be quicker to just go to sprint through the aisles than to ask someone. I don't know. You went to like a jewelry stand and asked them if they knew where the Sigmund's pretzels were, and I was like, this is not gonna bear any fruit at all.
I would say that's the best option to do. Work smarter, not harder.
I say you run through That's why I left. You were like, I'm going to go ask this person. And I was like, I'm just going to go look. And I looked and I couldn't find anything. And you also came up empty because there wasn't any pretzels.
There wasn't any pretzels.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but in
Also,
the
I
past,
think you're overestimating how much all the other shop people know about the other shops.
if
Like, they
I
don't
worked
really know.
at the Union Square Market, I would know if they had those pretzels.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
see
but some
other
of them, I
people.
don't think they do. I don't think they know what else is there.
The pretzels were a piece for years and years.
Yeah.
They were
The
like
donut
a
holes-
center,
I was excited for the donuts. They used to do the small little donuts. They didn't have that this year
No.
either.
Imagine I saw a guy working at Veselka. Some other worker came up and gave him some chocolate from another stand. So I got to imagine they're excited about the food that's around them. Where are they going to get lunch?
Yeah.
They're there for several
Yeah.
weeks. They would know. If at least somebody would know. But the
Yes.
person you asked particularly wouldn't know. They didn't look like they knew pretzels.
You could tell if somebody
Yeah.
knows about pretzels.
When you eat pretzels, what are you, cheese guy, mustard guy?
Salt.
Salt.
I don't do anything. I don't dip it. I hate mustard, first of all.
You hate mustard?
Hate mustard.
What is it? You don't like vinegar?
Vinegar's okay. I just don't like the taste of mustard. I've never been able to acquire the taste. It's bitter and disgusting in my mouth. But I can understand mustard.
How can you understand? What?
I can understand it.
What do you mean? You
If
can
we sat-
wrap your head around the concept? Yes, I hope you can wrap your head
Me
around
and mustard could have sat down for dinner and had a nice conversation, but I don't think I would be able to take it out. I wouldn't get married to it.
Sure, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I say, you do you mustard, and I'll do salt.
Salt on the pretzel, nothing else.
Salt, a little butter. I'll dip it in cheese.
You'll do a cheese?
I'll do a cheese.
I'll do a cheese. Auntie Anne's, I like if we're the worse the
Oh,
pretzel,
yeah.
the more I need the cheese.
Oh, well, Auntie Anne's is like it's like wet.
Oh yeah.
They get them out wet. You got to get a freshly wet pretzel.
You know how you get a fresh pretzel at Auntie Anne's? Tell them you're vegan. They'll have to make one on the spot.
Oh, that's a good trick.
Yeah, what can I say?
That's-
Then you ask for cheese?
I need cheese for my.
My vegan
Yeah,
my
I go,
friend.
"Oh, hey, just I know that you do like butter on some pretzels. Can I get the vegan? Can I get? And they
Wow.
go, okay, we'll make one. And they go, and then they pass it off to someone else. I go, yeah, I'll do a couple cheeses on the side of that. Yeah,
You should make a TikTok out of that. That's a life hack.
a life hack.
And then we should see you going to the Auntie Anne's and trying it, and seeing if it works.
It does work. I promise you. I've dated vegan girls who have requested this. I've gone to the mall
okay.
with vegan girls.
Yeah. That's a great tip.
Yeah, life is good for Seb. He's taking vegans to the mall.
Yeah.
Vegans and
Yeah. Why are you going to the mall with the vegans?
because I'm a good time.
Oh.
What do you
okay.
mean? What's more fun than walking? I would say walking around the mall might be the perfect like third or fourth date.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You walk.
I would do it
so,
a first date.
There's
back
so
in
much
the
to
day.
comment on.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You could have a snack cheap if you're a little hungry.
Yeah.
You never go into a restaurant. You don't buy them anything. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
You
you
go to
buy.
a food court. There's like good food courts. They could get something they like. You can get something you like. There's something
Oh,
for
yeah, yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, you might not even
PF
have
Chang's.
A lot of things to comment
Or,
on,
no,
which is
Panda
the best.
Express.
to pay. Panda Express. Back in the day, they were
Sbarro.
more off-brand.
Yeah,
places.
yeah. Nowadays, it's all you can't afford to be there if you're an off-brand.
No, it's all like Popeyes, Sparrows. It's all like.
I like being in a mall. It's
Yeah,
comforting.
it's great.
Me too.
For the most part, it's comforting.
Have you ever gone on a date in a mall?
No, never gone on a date in a mall, but I one time did get into a car chase.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
In a mall?
Oh, you were in
outside
the
a
Blues
mall.
Brothers.
Yeah, I was. I was in the
What
Blues
happened in
Brothers.
this car chase?
No, this was back when I was in high school. I did the Sunrise Mall on Long Island, which is now I think getting closed down.
Oh yeah, if
Yeah.
you couldn't hear his slight accent.
Yeah, Long Island.
We got a Long Island.
Long
in the
Island.
House.
No, I went to the mall with this guy who was older than me, and he dropped out of school. We called him Hardcore Nick because he wore a leather jacket and greased his hair back, and it was very pale and had piercings and stuff.
I knew someone named Hardcore, and we put in a Hardcore blank. I
Really?
wonder if it wasn't Nick, but I wonder if that's like a trend that people have friends called Hardcore blank.
I think back then it was.
Does everyone have like a
This wasn't a friend, by the way. This was just like a known character in the neighborhood.
And
Hard-
you were going to
hardcore-
go with him to the mall.
We were like, let's go to the
He
mall.
doesn't have friends, Hardcore blank.
No, he just roams.
Yeah, he roams.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like today Hardcore Max is hanging out with us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's all it was.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and it was a good time.
Well, it was a good time until he went hardcore.
Yeah.
then you realize, you know what? I'd rather hang out with boring Nick than hardcore Nick.
Yeah. And what happened with hardcore?
So we went to the mall. Everything that happened at the mall was normal. It was me, hardcore Nick, and my friend Ramsey. And hardcore Nick had the reason why we went to the mall, hardcore Nick got a hold of his grandma's Volvo station wagon.
Okay.
So we were able to go to the mall. And we went to the mall, and
Great grandma car.
Yeah, God.
Grandmas, older people love Volvos, and they love to tell you how safe they were.
Yes.
They love to go off on how no car's better made than a Volvo.
It's like a tank.
Yeah, they would always say it.
Okay. Well, okay, so.
We both wanted to say it, and neither of us did it. Go ahead. So what happened?
And also, they have the hatchback on the station wagons. You know, so it lifts up on the back. There's a seat back there. So after we leave the mall, we're in the parking lot. We get into the mall, and I guess Nick felt he wasn't hardcore enough. He wants to live up to his reputation. So we saw these like tough-looking guys getting into their car, and hardcore Nick decides to drive circles around them, holding the horn down. We didn't ask for this.
And you're in the passenger seat.
I'm in the back seat.
Oh, the back.
The
Worse.
back seat.
And Ramsey isn't even in the car yet. He was back getting a pretzel.
So it looks like someone in a cab is being taunting,
driving circles around, and and so then the two guys are like, no, this isn't gonna happen. They were super tough dudes.
Yeah.
And so one of them goes into his car, takes out a large knife.
Oh no.
A large knife. And runs at us. Ramsey runs into the back of the car. He gets in the hatchback.
Oh my
hatchback
God.
opens up, and he gets in. And he's sitting there. It's like in Jurassic Park when the T-Rex is coming.
Yeah.
This guy's coming at us with a knife. Ramsey's like, "Oh my God!" It's like he's Jeff Goldblum. No, it's coming! It's coming! Hardcore Nick starts speeding off. The guy slams the knife. The handle winds up hitting the car and causing a dent in the back of the car.
Oh my God!
This guy was not messing around. He wanted to kill us.
This is Long Island, baby.
I mean, he chose the absolute wrong people to do circles around. I mean, these guys could have been in a gang.
Do circles around.
We don't know anything about these guys. These guys, they didn't look like someone I would mess with. If they were in an audience and they were heckling, I would just say, please be quiet, and I wouldn't make fun of them.
Yeah.
So he drives off. I'm like, oh, we got away. And then we turn the corner, and like a movie, they're coming after us in their car.
Oh, no.
We're driving through the parking lot going like 70, 80 miles an hour, weaving through. Well, at one point, there was a bus coming, and we were going to like hit the bus. It was like a movie, car chase. We swerve around the bus. I was expecting one of us to go off one of those ramps.
Catch air.
Yeah, none of us caught air. But there's this part when you're getting onto Sunrise Highway, leaving the mall. Anyone from the South Shore of Long Island knows what I'm talking about.
Beautiful.
You're leaving the Sunrise Mall. There's a causeway overpass, and there's a curve that goes onto Sunrise Highway. This is one of the sharpest turns in all of automobiles.
Oh,
it's
wow.
not
Not even just New York, not even just Long Island.
It's an
The history
extremely
of
sharp
automobiles.
turn.
It's
Okay.
almost a U-turn. It's the moment before a U-turn.
It's the moment. Yes.
It's the moment before a U-turn.
It's a J.
It's a J. Yeah.
And so we're driving up to this, and we're speeding at like 70 miles an hour, and these guys are hot on our tail. And hardcore Nick tries to make the turn. He swerves out of control, crashes into the side of the bridge.
Wow. And you're in the car.
We're in the car. I couldn't believe I wasn't injured. I was just like, it's crazy that it felt like I was having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. And then hardcore Nick is like, oh no, my grandma's station wagon. And he tries to keep going. The car is like sputtering along. We get onto Sunrise Highway, and then it dies in Sunrise Highway.
Wow.
And what happened to the guys?
The guys drive up. They look at us. They give us the finger. They go, F you! And they drive off. They felt like we had enough. They also didn't want to get in trouble.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cops were probably on their way if the car's broken down.
We called the police during the car chase. We called the police after we crashed. We sat on the side of the road for 35 minutes until the police came.
What'd you tell the police during the car chase? We were doing circles around the car, and now they've decided to chase us with a knife?
I said to Ramsey, let's leave.
I'm surprised you stayed in the car to go on the highway. I'm surprised that after the crash, you're like,
the guys
I'm
are still
down.
chasing us at that
Yeah.
point.
Oh, you didn't want to get out of the car.
We left. Hardcore Nick was spinning all these yarns about how he was going to say that the horn malfunctioned on his car and was just and it was honking, and these guys thought we were honking at them, which was total BS. We were totally honking at them, and then they came at us with a knife, and then he wants to press charges, and I told Ramsey, let's walk home, and we walked home, and I never saw Hardcore Nick again.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful tale.
Yeah. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the most dangerous places to go 80 miles an hour would be a mall parking lot.
Oh yeah, no, it was terrible.
In all of anywhere.
But he truly was hardcore. I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead now. And he lived up to his namesake.
Yeah. Wow. You call it? Yeah. That's. Yeah. So I guess we have different mole experience.
Yeah.
I'll go on
Yeah,
dates.
I guess we're different. Try the vegan thing if you want. I would not recommend the horn honking thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So was there we're walking around the market. You're from LA. How does it feel to be back in New York?
Wait, I want to clarify.
LA.
I'm not from LA. I'm from New York. I don't identify really with LA. But I've been living in LA.
Coming from LA.
I'm living in
Excuse
LA
me.
for 7 years now almost.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
And now I'm back in New York. Yeah, I mean, New York's beautiful.
How's it feel to be back in New York?
Right
for
now, the
Christmas
weather's
time?
in the mid 50s. It's
Yeah.
like beautiful. It's like a little bit overcast. It rained a little bit, but not too much. It's awesome. I love New York. I love the feeling and the energy. I don't like being beat down by when you live here, the subway, the grind of it all, it really
Sure.
beats you down. By the time I left, I was like, having PTSD with New York City. But yes, you do learn when you leave New York City that you don't have to live this way, and that feels good.
What way?
You can have you can have space. You can be calm.
Sure.
You can be calm.
I would say I'm a happy person, right? You see me on the street, you think, oh, that's a happy man. Would you say I'm a calm man?
No.
What-
I wouldn't say you're calm.
You wouldn't say I'm calm?
If you asked me to describe you in 3 adjectives, I don't think calm would be one of them.
Oh, go ahead. Why
I
don't
think
you
you would
take
have to get to 25
Yeah,
before calm would
25.
would introduced.
What would you say? 3 adjectives. So,
Uh,
Sebastian, you know me pretty well.
Yeah, you're fun-loving.
Fun-loving. That's
Fun-loving
number
is one word.
Yeah. Fun-loving's one word.
All
It's
right.
a
Fun-loving's one
hyphenated.
word.
Okay.
I'd say you're kind-hearted. It's also
Oh, he's
hyphenated.
getting hyphenated. He's
Kind-hearted.
cheating a little bit.
Yeah, you're kind-hearted.
I'm not
fun,
kind. I'm kind-hearted. There's a big
kind-hearted.
difference.
Yeah, you
I don't go out of my way to
No, yeah, but you I could see you really empathizing with the little kitten. And funny. And those are the 3.
Thank
Yeah.
God, I was waiting to see if
I
he'd
wouldn't
hit it.
say calm. Never.
But I
you're
don't-
more calm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're more calm.
No. He's got restless leg body. You know what I mean?
Restless
kid-
body syndrome.
He's got restless body syndrome.
Yeah,
The kid
maybe
can't
a
stop
little
moving.
He's got a calm
RBS.
presence though.
You haven't heard him.
I
say
can
it.
be
I
calm.
don't work with him. I don't work with it.
Yeah. I would say
But I can be calm
in a
certain
work setting.
scenarios.
I'm calmer than you.
Yeah.
I would say that I got a little Zen Buddha about me.
But
I like
gotta
to
say,
listen to people sometimes.
Watching him on the podcast, I feel like is calming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got a calming presence on the show.
Thank you.
Confidence.
Yeah, so I don't know if a calm confidence.
And me, I'm just. It's like I'm falling, reaching for tree branches on the podcast.
I
It's like
wouldn't
I'm
say that.
constantly.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, and that's
No, I
not
would
calm.
say-
That's
no,
not calm.
That's not calm at
That's
all.
the opposite. That's panic.
It's truly the whole podcast is me panicking for an
Yeah.
hour to find jokes.
No.
So what's when you come to New York City? Are you like, I need to do this stuff for Christmas time now that you're back in New York?
For Christmas time specifically,
Yeah,
well, I'll go
like,
to the
what's your
holiday
favorite
market.
thing about
The holiday, yeah.
the
Get a
holidays
pretzel.
in New York?
Besides seeing family and the normal
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
There's a great other thing on Long Island. I forgot what town it's in actually, but it's a historic village.
Okay.
They have all these houses and they set it up like a village, and they're from like the 1800s, the 1700s, and it's not like there was a village there to begin with. They found all these houses across like New York State, and they actually lifted them and moved them to this village to
wow.
preserve
This is how
them.
stupid Long Island is. This is how stupid Long Island
You
is.
would love this.
No, but
This
Long
sounds
Island
right up your alley.
It's literally destroying like historic places.
Well,
Let's bring them all together.
They would have. That's funny, but they would have been They would have been demolished. So they lifted them because they're like, we're gonna build. We're gonna build.
What they have to build? What did Long Island have to build?
We're
What?
gonna build a
Another
bagel
mall.
store here.
Yeah.
Another
strip
bagel
mall with a
store,
bagel
another
store,
deli,
yeah.
another Target,
Yeah.
another shitty Italian restaurant.
We're gonna build a bagel store, and
There's not enough chicken palm dishes in Long Island, so we got to do another place.
so they lifted up, and we're gonna demolish this 1700s colonial home. So they lifted it up, they brought it to I forgot where it was, but
Sure.
they brought it there, and you go there. Santa's there. People playing musical instruments are there. Limbolegs is there.
What's
You know,
that?
from Mr. Show, Limbolegs. It's like that little puppet that the wooden puppet that does.
Oh, yeah.
They have the guy doing Limberlegs. They've got
Oh.
roasting chestnuts. It's really nice. A little crowded, but I like doing that.
Can I ask you, is this something that you'll actually do, or is this just something that you like? I know it's a thing that people do.
Well, the last time I did it was pre-COVID,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would do it again if I could. And then I just love the foliage. I love the weather up here,
Yeah.
especially in this time of year. Maybe not in February, but right now it's perfect.
It's
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like it's not snowing yet. It's
No.
it's a warm coat, not your coldest. You know,
It's so great to be able to wear a coat.
Oh, you like that?
it's underrated. You're saying now that you're back in a
Well,
place.
in LA, you never get to wear a coat really, or if you wear a coat, you're so hot, and you're really wearing the coat not for comfort, but
style.
for style. And
Yeah.
it's so nice when you're in New England and the Midwest and other places like that, to when that fall weather comes and you can wear your fall scarf, you can wear a coat, and I think people just look better in layers.
Oh yeah, we talk about this.
It's amazing. People look tremendous in lanes. Also, not even to think about the pocket game that it
Oh,
adds to
yeah.
your attire.
Oh, huge.
The amount of pockets that you could like. All of a sudden, coats got inside pockets, a zipper. Like it improves everything.
Yeah.
And I love. It's also a reveal. You take a coat off. If you wear an outfit, you get to have a moment when you go,
It's
you
an
know,
outfit
Yes.
change.
it is an outfit
Well, you have
change.
multiple outfits, like because
Oh,
of the
yeah.
layers.
Yeah, I'm wearing layers right now.
Yeah.
I got a hoodie, I got a flannel, and
Yes.
I got a t-shirt.
I
And I was wearing a coat.
and you
Yeah.
were wearing a coat on top of that.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it was you didn't zip any up. They were all open. It
We got a preview the whole time.
We saw the entire layers the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, you got the full show right away.
There's something about a reveal from a coat. Like, have you ever seen someone like show up to an event and they take a coat off and they're wearing like a beautiful dress or something like that?
I don't think I've ever seen that. No.
When you go to like a fancy wedding, I
Yeah,
guess.
you like
Oh,
a
okay,
wedding.
like
you
you
go
were
to a
like,
fancy wedding. They
Okay,
come
yes,
up,
I
they're in a
can
coat, and then you
picture
see the
it,
whole
but I've
thing.
never.
you've
I don't
never,
have a
watched the full
specific
reveal.
instance in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mind.
you've
of-
never seen a reveal.
I have never taken note of a reveal, but I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
try now.
How many ankle length fur coats are around you in your world?
In
I
my
guess-
world,
I guess that's the
very
question.
few. Yeah,
Yeah, in my world, there's a lot.
there's a lot. Yeah,
Do you wear a winter hat? Are you a winter hat guy?
yeah. No, I love a good winter hat. I
Me
mean,
too.
yeah,
The problem with the winter hat is if it's a commitment. If it's on for the day.
I
then
know.
your hair looks like trash.
Because then, look, I did this the other day, and you were like,
Your
"You have
hair
to put
looks
it
so
back on."
cute, Robbie.
I know. You look like.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
The
you
other
look.
day
Yeah.
when I did it, you were like,
You
"You
look
got
like
to
you're in
put
a
the
boy
hat back
band.
on."
No, it doesn't look bad now.
Ah.
You look cute as shit. I like. Don't
My
talk
bad,
to me
my
during
bad,
this.
my bad.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, I look horrible. It's like
Yeah.
someone go look at my tummy and just like wiggling a little piece of skin. Yeah, you look good as shit.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You look marvelous, fantastic.
Thanks, Grandma.
No, but for normal people, when you have a winter hat on, it mats down your hair, and you look like you just ran a marathon.
Flat.
Yeah.
All I pray when I wear a winter hat is the sweat doesn't creep below.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Like that's all I'm hoping
Yeah,
for.
yeah, yeah.
I like want contains wetness under the hat and dry dripping from the sides.
Oh yeah. And then the bad thing about a winter hat is that if it gets too hot and you keep it on, you get itchy.
Oh, very.
You do.
itchy.
You gotta take it off and take it on all the time to stop the itchiness from happening.
There was a lot of times in high school that I would have to actually commit to wearing a jacket all day because my back was so sweaty.
Oh yeah.
That was like some tough winter
Ah.
months in public school, just wearing a North Face all day long. Somebody like, take it off. Nah, I'm good.
Also, North Faces were like high fashion for a
Yeah.
period of time.
Yeah, it was probably the biggest thing, the most expensive thing I owned for many
Yeah.
years of my life.
Mm.
Did you own a North Face?
No North Face for me. I had a Miami Dolphins starter jacket,
That's,
which nowadays that thing would be worth like $1,000.
I know.
Those have never not been really valuable.
Yeah.
It's kind of. We saw like a vintage shop today, and they had them in the window, and like they were really popular when they first came out,
Uh-huh.
and they really never lost steam.
No.
They've only gotten more popular.
Yeah,
it's
no,
kind of a
it's-
marvel. That's like wild.
Especially in fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
I mean-
always in. What
I mean,
else has always been?
The Dolphins color is also tremendous.
The Dolphins
yeah.
colors have some of the best colors.
yeah, it's fun.
I'm not a Dolphins fan. That's not the team I follow, but their colors I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also the same with the what used to be the Charlotte Hornets. The similar colors.
Incredible starter jacket, the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Incredible.
yeah. So I like that teal color.
Yeah.
And then after we went to the markets, which was a lot of fun, we went to Veselkas, which is like a New York City staple, right?
Yeah.
And why I think it was nice to go there because I know when you were in New York, that was like a place that you like to go get some food.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. See, thoughtful is another adjective for you.
I just knew that you're a soup guy. You like soup. You
I like soup. Yeah, it's like a Ukrainian diner pierogi place. Yeah.
It's great.
Very, very, very famous.
Yeah, so we went there. We had a couple pierogies.
Really nice waitress.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Well, she was just a great waitress. She was very kind, and she reminded me of like a family member, and she was really skilled at being a waitress. Sebastian railed off like 14 pierogies in less than 10 seconds, and she didn't even ask him to repeat himself.
I know, and I mumble.
Yeah.
She goes, "What do you want?" And I just went, I'll do a meat, potato, salt, short ribs, 3, bacon, egg, and cheese. Like I was just running down the list.
You also like fell asleep in the middle of it. Potato. She's like, I know what you want. She came back with exactly what you wanted.
Exactly what I wanted.
You have complete faith in a waitress like that. If you said, "Give me whatever's good," she would give you something you wanted.
You know what I also like? She didn't bring you water. You go, I need the water. She goes, oh, they didn't bring you water yet? Like, she took your side over the restaurant.
Yeah. No, she pulled the busboy out and slapped him in the face in front of us.
I loved it. She said, "Desgraciad!" And she saw fucking yelling at him. I love a waitress that will shit on their restaurant instantly. Like a waiter or waitress that goes, "I'm one of you."
Yeah.
I fucking hate this place, by the way. You know? Like, I kind of like that because then we're on the same team.
Yeah, no, she was fantastic. Veselka's great.
Do you think New York has the best service out of any American
No
city?
way.
No?
No, for the most
You
part.
don't think so?
Okay, so New York is very unique service in that you can be like quasi rude, and that's accepted. Like, like in some places, the way Sebastian orders pierogies would be considered rude, but not in New York. That is normal. People just wanted to get it done and as fast as you can. In other places, it's like you go, "Oh, excuse me, I would like the pierogies. Can I please have this, this, and this?" In New York, you're like, "Yeah, potato, egg, beef, 3 of this," and they're like, "Yeah, fine." I went to a diner in Astoria last week.
Okay.
And in this place, they don't come to your table. You have to flag down the wait staff at this place. You go, "Hey, water!" You know, and then they'll bring you water. And that's what they want you to do.
I actually like a place like that. I don't want the conversation.
No.
It's better.
Yes, well, that's what New Yorkers say, and I tend to agree. But for the rest of the country, like it's really remarkable and startling sometimes how polite people can be.
Yeah, but that's all fake.
Well, but is that fake or not?
I said it's fake.
But fake or not?
What do you mean fake or not?
Is it not
fake
nice?
Or not, he likes it.
Is it not nice for
fake or
someone
not.
to be
Yeah.
polite?
Yeah, but I know they're getting paid to be polite.
That's why New Yorkers are like this, because they're done with the BS.
Yeah.
They want real. But if you go to North Carolina, the people there are like, "It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming to my restaurant. I'm so happy you're here." And yeah, maybe it's fake, but they're nice to you. And if you say, "Can I have water?" then they don't bring out the busboy and slap them in the face. They go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Man, well, you must be really thirsty." And then they bring you water. And isn't that nice?
Also, maybe they believe it.
And that's the other thing.
Maybe they're brainwashed.
We're so cynical. New Yorkers are so cynical. You don't even fathom the idea that possibly these polite people
to see you. Yeah.
are like legitimately happy to see you.
Yeah.
That's on us.
I guess I'm having trouble wrapping my head around these sentences you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. You get clothes from somebody, say like a aunt, uncle, mid-tier friend.
Big mistake already.
Okay.
Yeah. Aunt, uncle buy me clothes.
No clothes.
way.
No. Okay. I was gonna say, will you wear it like when you see them
no.
to appease them? You won't do that?
No.
You've
no
never
one
done
should
it?
ever buy
Really?
anybody clothes.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I agree.
Yeah.
Clothes are a bad gift.
But
Clothes,
I would get them.
think jewelry too, unless your significant other picked it out with you. I think it's out of hand.
Can I ask you
wow,
a personal question? Did you pick out what you're engaged? Did you pick out the engagement ring together?
Well, no. I knew that she liked this particular jewelry person and all the stuff that this person makes.
Great.
And so I got it made from them, but I wanted that to be a surprise. I think that's a little different than a gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if she said I hated the ring, then I would say, well, I guess we're not getting married. I mean, if you're gonna act like this now, I hate the ring. I mean,
Meanwhile, he was calling. You were calling her your wife because you don't like the word fiance.
No, I think I'm done with fiance. It's too, it's too much. Yeah, it's too fancy.
Yeah.
I don't. There's got to be another word that's not
Yeah.
fiance. You could say there's no non-fancy word. There's
Future wife.
betrothed. You could say my future wife, but that kind of sounds like she's a
You
robot.
just don't
It
want to
also
say
sounds like
fiance.
you're Mormon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no good,
Yeah.
you know, I'm engaged to,
Yeah.
betrothed and fiance. It's all too fancy. I don't know why. Why is that stage so fancy? And then on the flip side, there's no word that's more like working class Flintstones than my wife. That over there is
Wife.
my wife. And then
Yeah.
right before that, you're like fiance. It makes no sense. I hate saying it.
It's all the romance is gone from the love then.
And then like girlfriend, you can still call them your girlfriend or your boyfriend, but that sounds so childish. And you want to show people that there's more to this relationship than just my girlfriend.
That's why people say
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah, partner. But then partner sounds so like unfun.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like
It's
I'm
formal.
calling them my partner because because I'm I'm gonna be upset soon.
Yes.
It's basically
yes.
what I hear.
We do business together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have a business partner.
So you think clothes in any form as a gift out of hand, completely?
No, I if you know the person very well and you want to get a T-shirt, go ahead, buy a
Okay.
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
But if you're like, sweaters are difficult, pants, forget it. Never try pants. You should never buy, unless it's like pajama pants.
Yeah.
You should never
It
try to
needs
buy.
elastic. It needs elastic.
Yeah, if you try to size up someone's pants, you are cruising for a bruising.
I could never imagine looking at someone and be like 33.
Oh yeah, no.
Imagine that skill.
What do you think I am?
34.
That's right. Wow, you're maybe pretty good at this.
What are you, Robbie? At 32?
30.
Oh,
You're 30?
Yeah. These are 30.
You were 30?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're a little bitch.
I am small. Yeah.
Wait, what
got
are
little
other
thin hips.
what are other bad gifts?
Other bad gifts?
Yeah, besides
on your no gift.
Yeah, what's on your no
Not
gift?
allowed to gift. You need to buy
Anything
for
that's
yourself.
that's a personal choice. Sunglasses is another good example. It's like I want
Yeah.
to spend an hour picking out my sunglasses. If you buy me sunglasses,
Yeah.
that's you making a very personal choice for me.
What about person like my dad would never buy himself expensive sunglasses, so my sister bought him nice sunglasses.
Even worse, because now your dad is
You
burdened.
heard that, Carly?
Yeah, now your dad is burdened
Yeah,
with
yeah.
these expensive sunglasses he may not even want.
Yeah,
He may
yeah.
not even like how he looks in them.
He hates it.
Giving someone $200 sunglasses or something is a huge burden.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah, because now it's like, oh my god, I can't. If these get broken or lost, I'm gonna feel so terrible.
And people are checking in on sunglasses.
Oh yeah, they're like, hey, what about those? If your dad's walking around outside with his eyes squinting, he's like, oh, it's so bright. I mean, wear your sunglasses.
I know.
I bought you $200 sunglasses. It's like, I left them in the heap.
I think there
Yeah.
should be a rule. If you give a person a gift, you shouldn't be allowed to ask about that gift.
Oh, yeah,
afterwards.
no.
You shouldn't do follow-ups. How's the blah blah?
No, you know what people ask about?
What?
100% of the time is if they get you tickets to a show.
Here's
you have
tickets to a
pretend you like the
ballet.
show.
Here's tickets to some weird, puppet show, and then after the show they go, so how was the show? Did you like the show?
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you didn't even go to the show, and you have to say, oh, it was great, it was amazing, I loved it so much, thank you
gotta
so much.
Google, Wikipedia reviews, positive
and then
reviews.
like the end,
of
and they're
this
like, oh,
show.
I love the puppet show, and then next year they get you 2 times as long puppet show. Yeah.
Free intermissions.
I like a puppet show that's like, okay, now can only the exclusive members
Yes.
stay? Everyone else, please leave for the real puppeteer
Yes.
fans.
I mean, so
There's a
that,
puppet
never
house
thought of that,
in
though.
LA. There's like a famous puppet theater.
oh really?
Yeah, yeah,
A puppet house?
yeah. They do.
I know about the Magic Castle.
That's the Magic House.
That's the magic. It's a castle, but
It's a castle.
you don't have to diminish it.
It's a house to me.
Yeah,
Is it a physical castle?
it looks like a castle. Yeah,
It's a castle to me.
yeah.
Interesting.
I guess you are projecting a lot of what you like onto someone when you give them a gift. That is
Oh.
personal in that way,
Oh, absolutely.
which is
That's
now
why
it's more of a gift for you.
the best
I
gift.
want to see you in
The best
something I
gift.
like.
The
The
best
best
gift.
This is he's got strong. I know
Strong
one thing about
opinions.
Brian. He's got strong opinions. Okay, go
The
ahead.
best gift you can get someone
Uh-huh.
is a gift that you know that they want that you don't want at all. You wouldn't. You're like, I hate this thing. I don't want it, but I know that you want it, so I'm gonna get it for you. That's the
Yeah.
best gift because then you. And a lot of people don't think about gifts like that. Like it's not for you. You're not getting a shirt that you like. You get a shirt that they like, and maybe you don't like it, but it's for them. And I don't know why people don't think that way, but people don't think about the other person sometimes when they're getting gifts.
That's how my
when they do many things, when they throw parties, when they have people don't think about the consumer of what they do.
Yes.
Almost never.
No. And that's
which is wild.
Yeah, and that's what makes for a successful gift is if you can somehow put yourself in their shoes and say, this is what they would want. And some people, if you can't do that, then just ask them what they want.
I'm fine. I'm fine with the list.
Yeah.
I'm fine with even you sending me a link to what you want me to buy you.
Yeah.
I'm totally
oh, definitely.
We're grown ups. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I got to be totally honest with you. I would rather not do gifts at all.
I agree. Me and my siblings have not done gifts in 2 years.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
I've never done gifts with my siblings.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you do gifts with your fiance?
So she's yes, my fiance.
You see how he really judged it up?
She really likes to do gifts. She's the only one I do gifts with.
And you have to do good gifts for her.
We do good gifts. I would prefer. Every year I pitch. I
No
go,
gifts.
how about no gifts? This year we're not
You're
even
not going to win that.
This year we're not even going to be together on Christmas. And I'm like, how about no gifts? She's like, no, we'll do gifts after. And it's like, okay, fine. We don't do lists. And then same thing with Valentine's Day. It's like, can we just not do gifts on Valentine's Day? No gifts. I'd prefer if we don't do anything on Valentine's Day. To me, Valentine's Day for almost my entire life was a very sad holiday.
I'll tell you this. I'm not surprised about this take at all.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that you wish you could do nothing on Valentine's
If we could do nothing, that would be great. But
Yeah,
no,
it's a sad holiday. Most Valentine's Day are reminding you have no one and
Yes.
you're alone.
yes, exactly. And then you have to go out to a bar or
I love Valentine's Day as a single person.
Yeah, but you also get to take your hat off and your hair looks good.
That's true.
Like, we have to
that's
remember who we are
Okay, you're
sometimes
right.
when we're in
You're
these
right.
conversations,
You're
Robbie.
right. I'm
You're
sorry.
onto something though. I mean, when
It's
I
good.
was single, when I didn't have a fiance, Valentine's Day was the highest probability of picking someone up at the bar.
Yeah,
night.
100%. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's single. If they're out of the bar, they're single.
They're single and they're lonely and they're
Yeah.
desperate. And they're like,
I'm not going to that degree. But
they're
yeah,
lonely,
they
they're
are those
desperate,
things,
they're
yeah.
poor, they're stupid, they're drunk, and they're horny.
Valentine's Day
That's what I'm
party.
saying. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun.
You look like the type of guy that would put a rose in his mouth.
No, I would never do that. I'm not like that.
Yeah, he's not-
No. No.
I can see him pulling out you, my lady. Why can't you be that type of guy?
I mean, I could. I'm just not right now.
You do sometimes see look you when you talk. I don't see it, but your looks. I can imagine you being a guy that hits the dance floor and knows how to tango or some shit like that. You know,
Yeah. Not the case, unfortunately.
not the case.
I wish I was suave.
You're a body full of disappointments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it
Interesting.
is.
Yeah. Are you a good dancer? Right.
No, but I've gotten better over time. I'm not good, but I went and took lessons. I found a
By
dance
yourself?
by myself. Yeah, I went and I found
Why?
because I wanted to get good at casual dance.
I think that's smart.
Yeah,
I think
I
this
love
is
this.
incredible. I
This
think
is-
more people should be like, I should do a class on something.
I just need to know, like, was there events coming up? It
Well, I was
just-
single. I was single, and I knew that dancing came into the picture a bunch of times. And if you're really bad, that just completely blows your chances.
Totally
And also, I just wanted to be at least
proficient.
Also, you
proficient.
perform. It's good. I think anyone who performs is not a bad thing to take a dance class, a singing class. Like, it's good to be
Sure,
like,
it's good
comfortable in
to-
your body.
Yeah, and I found this dance instructor who was at a dance studio.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged him directly, and I said, I would like to learn casual dance.
Casual dance.
Yes,
Yeah, this is
Casual
hilarious.
dance.
I would like to learn. I don't want
What did he
to.
respond?
I don't want to know hip hop. I don't want to know,
You want pop. You want
tango.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I just want to know
You
if
wanna
I'm
know
at
and get all
a
the-
bar or a wedding.
yeah.
How to move.
How can I look like I'm not? You know what happened? Actually, this was part of the thing that sparked it. Is I was at a wedding, and I was dancing, and someone's wife
Yeah.
looked at me and laughed.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should have billed her for the dance class.
Well, I complained about it to my friends, and they were like, "I can't believe she did that. That's so like."
you took him to the side.
I said, "Excuse me, your wife just laughed at me while dancing. I'm just trying to have a good time." But I really must have looked like a fool.
Yeah, you must have. If she glanced at you and just your presence on the floor made her laugh.
Yeah. Now, sometimes now I know that I'm at least not embarrassing as a dancer. And so if any...
How many classes you take?
Oh, I did it for years.
Oh, wow. So you're pretty good.
I auditioned for Alfie Allen.
Alvin Alley's
Alvin
dance?
Alley.
Alfie Allen is Reek
are
in
in
Game
the-
of
I
Thrones.
auditioned for Alfie
Alvin Alley.
You are in the, while you're in New York, you're in the Nutcracker. We should just say that
Yeah.
at the top. Yeah.
No, ever since she laughed at me on that, I spent my entire life dedicated to getting into the Nutcracker, and now I'm in it. And that's why I'm here for the holidays.
Yes, of course, and we're very excited.
Yes. But no, I'm proficient. So now when I'm at a wedding and then someone looks at me and is like doing what I'm doing or whatever, and I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong, because I'm having a really good time, and I know that I look proficient.
Yeah, you're professionally
I
trained.
had a dance instructor, and then on top of that, I went on a lot of dates in my single years, and I was good at dancing with these girls.
How often were you dancing on dates?
Because
Because I feel like if you meet someone at a club or a ball, like
I didn't go to clubs, and I did all app meetups.
yeah, but then I've never heard of an app date that goes into dancing.
Oh, I'm
Unless
sure
you-
he's bringing it there.
you're
If
going
pretty
to a
good,
dance.
you're
No,
gonna
no,
go to a
no. I'm
dancing
not
spot.
pretty good. I'm not pretty good. I'm proficient. But if you're at a bar and there's dancing at a bar, sometimes you just start dancing a little bit. And then my wife, who is the best dancer of all,
You're who?
my wife,
I didn't know you were married.
we would go actually to
I
dance.
was invited to the wedding.
You were invited. You didn't show up.
Oh
We actually we went to go dance at places, and I was fine.
That's
That's
nice.
Yeah.
I love that,
Yeah.
Brian. I think that's good. I think not enough people put like why they're not like put like I could get better. I could get better.
Yeah. You have to believe.
You criticize the
Yeah.
worlds, but you also criticize yourself.
Oh yeah. No, I knew that I wasn't good. I knew that there was something wrong, and I try to fix it.
And now
That's
look
good.
at you,
Yeah.
Proficient.
about to be wed.
Yeah. See, it all worked out.
This was absolutely beautiful, Brian. You are so fucking funny.
Yeah, you're great.
Oh, thanks.
You are so
Great.
fun. I had a blast hanging out with you today. I'm always so happy when you're in New York.
Oh yeah.
We used to do a podcast together years ago. You were so gracious to have me on the podcast.
Oh, you were
a lot.
fantastic.
If people want to go check that out, you can. There's still episodes. What?
I mean, yeah, you can go check it out.
No, fuck it. Never mind. Never mind.
It's-
People still message me.
People
about-
love that podcast. I'm so happy that podcast existed. The Unbelievers are still the best fans you could ask for.
Wait a second.
Second best fans you could ask
No,
for.
they're amazing.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to get. Anytime we get to do a podcast, it's a good time with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for
whenever
having
you're
me.
in New York, you got to come back on.
Yeah, thank you for
Talk
having me.
about whatever.
Yeah,
It's
of
great to be
course.
here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
It's good to be here.
Is there? Oh wait. We have to say, would we recommend the Union Square markets to people that they should go?
Oh, 100%. There's great food, and the shops are hit and miss.
Robbie. Wait. Anything? Robbie, would you recommend the Union Square
Yeah,
market?
I would recommend Veselka more for sure.
Oh yeah, Veselka's great.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's a good, fun neighborhood to explore. A lot of people don't, when they come to New York City, they might not go to Union Square.
Yeah.
A lot of people stay in that like Times Square, Rockefeller Center area. So
a
like,
good
go see
time.
the East Village, go see the West Village,
Yeah.
and stop by Union Square. But I would say see the surrounding neighborhood.
I love that. Yeah, I would say go. I like this one a little more than Bryant Park.
Yeah.
Out of the two, this one feels less Christmassy, more New Yorky.
Yeah.
Which I like. Beautiful. Brian, anything that you want to plug for the beautiful listeners out there?
Follow me on Instagram at Brian Frange to see my cartoons. And if you want to see the apples, go to applerankings.com.
Wow, the most two wildest plugs, right? One just really great comedy, the other one just Apple reviews.
Yep.
I love that so much. I'm so happy that you were able to do this. Robbie, what do you want to plug for us?
12/16, we have Sebastian and Robbie's Christmas Spectacular.
Yes.
Please come. We're very excited about this show. We are going to be having a lot of fun guests. I think Brian's going to come through, which is exciting.
There's a chance.
There's a chance
There's
he'll
a
be
chance.
there.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Come to Sebastian and Robbie's Christmas Spectacular. You can also stream it and watch it throughout the holiday season once it happens for a month, which is exciting. Also, keep telling a friend about this Christmas series.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We have more exciting guests to come and a lot more on the docket. We've been putting in a ton of work, so please, please, please tell a friend and keep spreading the word.
Yeah, it's really nice. We're really working hard over here at in the LAN workshop. So please keep spreading that love. We really appreciate it. And all the people that have been sharing the podcast and telling friends, It really means so much to me.
Yes, we notice. We know.
We really
Thank
notice.
you so
Please,
much.
Thank you so much. That really means so kind. We are really spewing a lot of work out here to no one sometimes, and to see that return back to us feels so beautiful. That's it. All right, Robbie, hit the fucking music.
Boom.